And I have the best story about hellhounds. I really, really do. So this is the way I learned it, guys, and this is a Scottish tradition, Scottish witchcraft, to be precise. When they would do the graveyards, the churchyards, way back in the day, they would, plot it out and bless it, and they'd go to the left corner, and they'd dig a hole, and they'd slit the throat of a black dog, and put a thing of milk down in there with it, and bury it, and that became the guardian of that cemetery, and it both kept people in their graves and also kept people out.
Oh, wow. That's something I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I found that story, and I researched it with the tarot deck that I have, because the black dog that I was talking about are actually hellhounds. There's two dogs in my tarot deck. There's a black one, he's a hellhound, and there's a white dog. And the white dog's always your friend, your buddy, your common sense, trying to help you out, trying to look out for you. And the black dog, that's the hellhound, sent to torment you or be evil towards you in some way.
Crazy. Just crazy.
Oh, I could go on, because if you guys didn't know, I love to hear myself talk. You don't know what kind of box you've opened over here. I practice Southern style hoodoo, and in Southern style hoodoo, we have a ritual that I'm sure as musicians everybody should know about, going down to the crossroads at midnight or 3 a.m. and selling your soul to the devil or the man there who comes and making the deal so that you can be the best guitarist or the best blues singer of your time, right? Mm-hmm. Robert Johnson, come on, help me out, the blues guy, Robert Johnson. Yeah, you're with me. So that man that you go and meet down at the crossboat, we call him Papa Legba. He's an old black man with a cane, and you sell your soul, basically, to be the best at whatever, the best guitarist. You got to fulfill your bargain with Papa Legba, and nobody knows what that'll be. You just know that at the time that it comes, you have to do what he wants you to do. So sometimes you have to do an unusual act of charity, like give your car away to somebody, or help a stranger out that you weren't intending to do. It's almost like one of those signs that you can't deny. But if you don't do what Papa Legba asks you to do, you end up like Buddy Holly. Was it Buddy Holly that died in the plane?
Yes.
What was it, Ricky Brown? Yeah. So you go the way of that, or our young Nirvana guy, So what he does, the hellhounds theory, back again. So what he does is, if you don't fulfill the bargain, he sends his hellhounds out to come get you and drag your soul back so that he can extract his payment. And there's a beautiful song that Robert Johnson does. It's Hellhounds on My Trail, which is an old blues song about exactly that fact. So there you have it.
Cool. And I gotta look that up now. Alrighty. So thank you so much for coming and telling all that halls of stories. You got time for one more? Do you want to take a break? Are you going to go? What do you want to do? It's up to you.
It's 11 o'clock at night, and I have to take the mortal world by storm tomorrow.
Alrighty. Well, I'll take it. Go ahead and take off. Thank you so much for coming in and doing all the readings for us. It was fantastic, and I hope you had a blast. Come back anytime you want.
All right. Just go ahead and invite me. I love you guys. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you, Lorianna. All right. So there you guys go. Real quickly, we did not go through the list of the 8 venues that we had here that we did try to contact, but only Club Congress got a hold of us. So, Spider, you still have that link?
Yeah, I still have it handy here.
So I'm going to have you do that. So I can stop talking a lot and taking over and all this stuff.
Pull it up here. What window is it? There we go. All right. Of course, Club Congress is on there. Another of the haunted venues was the Cincinnati Music Hall in Cincinnati, Ohio. Built in 1878, notoriously one of Cincinnati's most haunted spots. They have guided ghost tours at night, so anyone who's going to be out there, definitely go check that one out. Let's see. It was on Ghost Hunters, as was Club Congress. Mm-hmm. Next in line, the Agora, of course, from Cleveland, Ohio. And I've never seen anything there. I've seen a couple of shows there, but I've never seen anything really happen there myself. But many apparently have seen an ominous man in a yellow raincoat, and many staff and concertgoers claim to have seen him. They also have a lot of stories about people feeling cold water, as if cold water was splashed somewhere on their body. Interesting. Mm-hmm. In Chicago, they have the Congress Theater, another Congress-named venue, established in 1925. They've been on Ghost Hunters as well. People have heard footsteps in the basement, apparitions, all kinds of things. Apparently, the mob used to meet in the 1930s. The American mob. Next, we have the Detroit Masonic Temple in Detroit, Michigan. And, let's see, 1922 is when it was completed. George Mason. It is now the largest Masonic temple. And the builder, George Mason, apparently also jumped to his death from the 16-story building. Next on the list, the Fantasy Nightclub in Lakewood, Ohio. Ohio, kind of has that kind of vibe going on to it. Fun fact, if anybody wants to do some fact checking and Google it, Ohio has the highest concentration of serial killers. Don't make any assumptions about me, Shels. It's not nice. But anyway, yes, Fantasy Nightclub in Lakewood, Ohio. It's a small, kind of more intimate club. They tend to spin Shels kind of music, underground EDM, goth, and industrial music. It's been on the Biography Channel program My Ghost Story. So, interesting place. The Rave in Milwaukee. Let's see. Milwaukee. I'm trying to see what the specifics about it are. They kind of buried some of the specifics in the story here. Buddy Holly, who we just recently talked about, his final tour kicked off at the Rave in the Eagles Ballroom, and a few days later was his plane crash. So, you may see Buddy Holly. Maybe.
Have anyone seen Buddy Holly at that place? I want to know.
It does not say. The article writer simply says that it is creepy. With many, many E's. Creepy.
I see that.
And finally, the Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama. It was an iron blast furnace for nearly a century, repurposed as a concert venue. One of the most haunted places in the country, due to all the workers in the past who were forced to work in the unbearably hot conditions. There's an annual ghost tour around the facility. So, you end up in that area, the Halloween season, go take a look. That's the top 8 haunted venues.
Yes. Top 8.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm having goosebumps right now. It's like I don't even be able to go to sleep now. All right. So how about we take a small break and we'll come back. We have our last hour. Can you dig it? Huh? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you dig it? Yeah. All right. So if anybody else has any ghost stories, here's a phone number, 360, and I'll put in the chat room too. Hang on a second, because I'm encouraging anybody. Wacky already had his turn, so anybody else who has anything can have a turn. So here's a phone number in the chat room. Area code 360-464-4216. And I'll be right back, and a small break, and then we'll listen to SGL, my group, Super Geek League, Jesus in Clown's Shoes. So don't go away.
Woohoo! Let's Talk About the Music is starting.
What is Let's Talk About the Music, and why are you so excited about it?
It's a podcast with controversial talk and a global mix of music.
Oh, cool. How and where can I listen?
Just go to letstalkaboutthemusic.com and click follow to be sure to get all the info about the bands that are playing and see their music videos. Then click on Spreaker or iTunes to listen live and even chat with other listeners and the host herself.
What day and time is Let's Talk About the Music on?
Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time.
I think I'll tune in. Thanks for the info.
Hey Trump fans, this is Scott Gerling, aka One Man Rock Band. The only American artist writing Trump tunes will be on Let's Talk About the Music, Wednesday, November 2nd at 8 p.m. Pacific Time to talk about the basket of deplorables and all those who oppose them. Bring your sense of humor and your biggest gun. Talk to you then.
Disclaimer. Let's Talk About the Music, LTATM Radio, is broadcast on Spreaker.com. We play only independent musicians from across the globe. We get all of our music from friends and MusicSubmit.com.
Jesus in clown shoes, here we go, with a big red nose and a crown of thorns. From the big top to the burning bush, nailed to the cross, he forgot the punchline. Colors swirling round and round, his behind rivers and his flowers full of sunshine. For the risk of the leader of the pack,